Listen, I'm gonna tell you guys what. I have never felt more disrespected than what I just experienced just now. You know what? Let me go back on here and remove my fucking live stream from her chat. Let me just go ahead and do this because that shit was the most disrespectful shit. Hold on. I don't give a fuck. This shit is that was. Hold on. Let me get my ass up off this fucking chat, please. Yeah, I had to go ahead and remove my damn. I had to remove my shit up off there. Like, let me. If anybody didn't get to see it, this bitch. Like, listen. She been disrespecting me. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. Expect nothing different. I can't expect nothing different. Why would I respect anything different, bro? She hit me up this morning. She said, "Hey, you want to do a show this afternoon?" And I said, "Sure." Hold on. So I have my fucking people are on her chat on her show right now as we speak. Okay. Scam Chan is a person from my audience. He's talking about what's happening in his family. Okay. I'm like, okay, so she gets to going in on Scam Chan. And I said, well, hold on. And then she goes into a what you are you have you been drinking? No matter whenever I try to say something, she interrupts me. I can't get a word out the whole fucking show. Every time I say something, she interrupts me. The whole time she's been threatening to end my live, right? And I even had a person call me and say, "Listen, I just said something." Then she deleted me off of the channel, and I ignored that. I kept going. Okay, well, maybe I don't know. She's deleting people that are from my live stream off the channel. On top of that, she has a person from my. She has a few people from my We Unlock Nation and Scam Channel over there. Okay, let me play the shit. How she just fucking. What have you been drinking, Monica? Just stupid. Yeah, I have been. I was drinking some beer, but tell me if this exchange is like worthy of that.
A stepfather, you take on a role that doesn't get too much appreciation. So basically, the older kids was trying to set situations up to whereas I'm the villain because they were literally stealing from their mother. They were stealing money from their own mother and blaming it on me that I was stealing her money.
At 5?
No, the older kids.
So the 12-year-old was stealing and blaming you?
Yeah. Yeah, they was stealing her money. They was trying to set up situations like I was abusing them, just to keep the hostility going and the anger in the home. You know, in other words, they couldn't get away with things because I would see it and tell her. Normally, if I wasn't there, they would be getting away with it anyway. There's no one being held accountable.
Hmm. So do you think that there's 5 children in that whole family, right?
Yeah.
So would you say that you love all those children like unconditionally?
Well,
And be honest.
well, I'm looking at it like this.
Like
stuff that I went
interrogation.
through,
Interrogation.
I wouldn't wish it on anybody. I mean, you got a young girl that literally spit in your face, and it took all within me to not
this
punch
is
her
where
out.
it goes
She did
left,
that.
right? So the young girl spit in his face. Now the pa's already on 10. You know what I'm saying? The young girl, one of the children of his wife, even though he's married to the wife, and he is becoming the stepfather to the kids. And he's talking about how the kids are just, wild, whatever. Okay. And he's like, the young girl spit in my face, and I had to kind of hold myself back. And she just doesn't understand how a grown person, for whatever reason, this mother did not teach her child not to spit in another grown person's face. I don't even understand what's going on with that. But the mother didn't teach the child that. Because my children would never do those. If I would whoop their ass myself if they spit in any grown adult's face, teacher, anybody. But this is the man that is in the household, and the daughter spit in his face, and she don't know the whole story, but she immediately just goes in. Let's go.
How old was she when she spit in your face?
Oh man, I think she was still in grade school when that happened.
Wow.
Grade school. And if you had to hold everything within yourself to stop from punching a grade school little girl out?
Well,
I mean,
no, Genesis, let him talk.
No, listen.
So I'm saying, well, hold on. If you spit in my face, I'm gonna probably bend you over and whoop your. I don't know where Nepal come from in the world, but honey, you spit in any elder's face where I come from, you're gonna whooping, ass whooping, and listen, the whole block. I don't know. I came from a time frame where if you did something, honey, anybody was going in that hole that saw it happen will whoop your ass. So I don't know. Maybe she came from wherever she came from. Where I came from, it was not. Listen, the whole block will be ready to whoop your ass. You spit in his face. What? Like, that's an adult. You don't disrespect the elders, right? That warrants a spanking. And she's like, what you was about to.
I said at first, is like they were so used to a man not being around, and it just upset them so that I'm coming in as a male figure, holding them accountable for little things that they're doing that they shouldn't be doing. It's like say you want to tell them to clean their room or something like that. Wow, you can't make me clean my room, and she not telling me to clean my room. So who are you to tell me to clean the room or whatever? They don't want to be told anything, but they know they're in the wrong.
Well, it sounds like you're still with her, right?
Oh yeah.
And all the children are out of the house now?
Yeah. I mean, it's sad that you have to call police and get what is that?
See this? So I get it. She's trying to take the side of the children. Okay, understood. All children do not need to be protected like this. Some kids are going to be bad as fuck. Every kid is not going to be like fucking Ace Boon Coon, the best person. You're going to have like some little assholes. And all I'm saying is like, you know what? We cannot assume that this, okay, well, it's on you. It's you're the person at fault. Let's go.
Protection order against kids, grown kids.
How many of them did you have to get protection orders against?
How many of them?
Just the one.
You see how many of them? It's like a accusatory tone the entire thing is like she is like judging him already. Now this man then went into a woman's house that have kids already, became the father or whatever, came into the situation, and he's doing his best to like, do whatever. He sees certain things, he's speaking on it, whatever. The kids don't like it. There's now law and order where there was not. And so the kids are acting out. Mom, backbone, probably not there. Okay. But he's being looked at as the bad person. Well, what'd you do to make her spit in your face? No, it don't have to be much. If the mom did not train, first of all, my children would never spit in someone's face. If they did, honey, I would knock their face back. Like, what are you doing? My kids know better to do some shit like that. Period. They would never do no shit like that. So that's a lack of parenting on the mom part. She being too nice, letting them do whatever the fuck they want to do. He come in with law and order, and they don't like that, and so they ready to do all type of wild stuff, spit in face, have tantrums, doing this because they're used to mom letting them have free reign. But you have Nepal sitting here, and when I said, well, no, Genesis. See, the whole time I've been doing this live, first it started off with, oh, if anyone else from your audience say anything, I'm gonna like end up having to end your live. Well, honey, why'd you don't invite me to your channel no more, bro? You know what? I'm not coming anyway. Because the whole time she's threatening. Anybody come up there and say anything, whatever, I'm about to like I'm gonna end your stream and keep it on mine. Well, fucking keep it on yours, goddammit. I should have, when she first started to threaten that shit, okay. And then it's like almost like then people act like I was doing something wrong or like by even challenging her. This is my channel and this, that, the other. But we had a conversation earlier about doing a stream together. So why all of a sudden now it's your channel? But we had a conversation earlier to come together and do a stream. Now you want to pull rank, and the whole time she's been pulling rank. Every time somebody say something in the chat, well, if someone else says something bad on your end, I'm going to have to like pull your chat. And I have been up here trying to manage my chat, even gave her a moderation. And she been just steady, just kicking people off my chat.
The youngest one.
The youngest one that is right before your son.
Yeah.
How old is he now?
I think he's like, what? He got to be in his 30s by now.
30s. And how long did he live at home before he, flew the nest?
I'm thinking that's been like, he been out for like maybe two, going on 3 years now.
3 years. So did you try to like, because you're saying you're.
No, it's at the top left. It's dominant sub. Nepal at the top with the blue fucking whatever on her head. That's her talking. But see, here's the thing. I've been doing shows with Nepal and I have been trying to listen, like she loves to try to like sun me in front of people. And I'm fucking getting tired of that shit. Like, bro, I am not, listen. She tried to like fucking embarrass me in front of everybody. Like, tell me if this is like, maybe I don't know, but it seemed like in the last few days, everybody want to fucking try me, bro. Everybody want to fucking try me. Fuck you, Nepal, bitch. Fuck you. Fucking Dr. DJ Witch Doctor. Fuck all y'all. Everybody want to try me. Fuck all y'all, bro. I don't have to fucking be on your channel saying and being a part of shit. I'm up here bringing my audience to what your content is. They not watching your content. I'm introducing you to people that don't even normally even watch you. And then you want to like try to boss up on me and try to embarrass. Have you been drinking, bitch? It ain't. No, listen. No, have you been drinking, bitch? Because the way that you talk to me about the way that you talk to him, you're up here like giving him the third degree about what's happening in his household. I wouldn't have answered none of these questions. Like, bitch, it's none of your fucking business, bro. I said what I said. That's what happened. That's it. But he being nice about it, bro.
Your son is the only one that went to college out of the 5 children.
No, the oldest girl, she went in college. She got her PhD and all that. She's doing quite well.
PhD. Wow, that is awesome. That's the one who spit in your face?
No, that's the other one.
See how condescending she's being? Oh, wow. That's who's spitting in your face? Who does this? Who talks to a person like this fucked up, bro? He's talking about a situation where a child spit in an adult's face. But she's so busy trying to prove her point. It's like, oh, wow. Is that who's spitting in your face? Who talks like this? Are you drunk, bitch? You asking me if I'm drunk. Who talks like that? Who does that? Let's go.
The younger daughter, that's the one that did that. She's a problem. And she's still a problem. So
wow, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, she's still a problem, okay? In his eyes, he's been married 30 years. Or whatever, how many years he been married. 9, 20, 30, whatever the hell it is. He say it's a problem. I'm sure his wife agrees. He wouldn't be on a fucking panel on YouTube talking about this if his wife didn't. Because at any point, his wife could be hearing him talking. He's clearly still married to his wife. So whatever he's saying, it's not like he's lying. Like, why would he be up here lying about some shit? Come on, let's go.
I'm going to keep my, this is about your life, so I got to be careful. I appreciate you sharing. But I guess, we're looking, this is a great panel because there are situations, there's both 2 sides. There are situations when men come into families and they are already children there. And it's hard to blend families. So for whatever reason, it's not just always the children.
Scam Chan, your device is not connected, but I would love to have you come up because that was bullshit. Whatever happened to that, listen, I don't agree with that shit. It's fucked up. That was fucked up, and I'm sorry that I brought you onto a panel that would do that shit. I don't agree with that shit, and I left. Like, fuck that shit. You don't get to fucking try to embarrass me in front of everybody. What you been drinking? Yes, and so what? It doesn't mean that you're not a bitch and an asshole. It don't mean that you're not being a fucking bitch. You're not drinking. You're being a fucking bitch, bro. You're sober, being a bitch. Talking to him about his family, about his children that he raised, and you're sober. I'm not. So I've been drinking, and I have enough decorum to say, hey, that's enough. And then you have these fucking kiss ass people. No, Genesis, chill out. No. Bye. I took my own self down. I was like, man, because I put myself in the back chat. I said, you know what? Because I was fixing to go off. Scam Chan, what are your thoughts on this whole thing? I don't like this shit. I don't like this shit. That was fucked up. That is fucked up. I don't agree with that shit.
I think she got some kind of underlying issue with men in general, and if the amount of time that I had to say what I had to say, I had to keep it short and sweet, and I had to make a point.
Well, honey, you have all time in the world to explain the whole thing here, because whatever the fuck that was, that is not what I'm about. And I was already getting railroaded the whole time. My audience was getting railroaded. I'm over here with my audience, bringing it to their channel to like talk about this subject. And what's happening is that she's telling me to mute people. No, if one more person says anything, Genesis, then all kind of crazy shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Like she's moderating my shit, kicking people out the thing and getting mad about like, well, no, nobody should be saying anything. And I had to call a few people like, no, it's okay. It's just, it was crazy. I'm like, dude, bro, why even, you know what? But that's my fault. I thought that there was a change and a difference. Ain't no fucking difference. Because the way that she just sunned me on that channel, I don't play that shit. You don't play with me like that. Bye. Bye.
That's wild.
I'm sorry. For real, that's crazy. That was the most disrespectful shit I've ever seen in my life. Oh, she spit in your face? Well, maybe it's something you did wrong. No, maybe that little girl was not raised right, because my children would never spit in an adult's face. No adult.
Yeah, she had
No
some
one
shit.
questioned. No one thought in their mind, like, why would a child spit in an adult's face? What child is raised like this? Who raised you? No one thought about that.
But look at it this way: who expects to get spit in the face?
Period. I mean, you want to back, honey? I probably would have backhanded her off of just reflex. I'm sorry. We unlock. What's up? How you doing?
Hey, I don't know what happened. I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna call it quits because I didn't want to get
I
involved.
don't even know
in
what
that.
happened after that shit happened. I left. I was like,
All I know is you were speaking, and then the next minute she kept. I know she's highly emotional, but damn, let her finish. Let her land her plane. I didn't want to say anything because I know y'all been rocking with each other, but all that stuff. And
crazy.
then it's crazy, yo.
And then you gotta be no, Genesis, let her what? Let her say a bunch of bullshit and dominate the conversation with a bunch of bullshit that is not even realistic. You can't expect to have a child spit in your face and you don't have no mental reaction. Like you didn't. But honey, I would have almost. Honey, I probably would have. Let's be real. Like, stop it.
Okay. Let's be realistic. If a child spits in your face, your first instinct is to grab this child, correct?
And probably whoop their little ass with a switch and a belt. Whatever.
Pretty much. And then, of course, the next course of action would to be probably take this person around the block somewhere. And then take the toys away, take his privileges away.
Right, you're on punishment after you get your ass whipped on punishment for I don't know.
If let's just say if you spit in the mom's face, you get your ass whooped. The daddy come home, that ass getting tore up
from the dad. Again. Like, come on now, what daddy is gonna? If the mom say my daughter just spit in my face, what the dad gonna do? He gonna be like, okay, well, we just need to sit down and just talk to the child and say that to figure out what's going on.
When you seen that belt, you knew what's up.
I don't know where in the pod grew up at, honey. We came from America, honey. We got our ass whooped. I got my ass whooped. I mean, I got whooped. I got little whoopings. Okay. So for him to say, hey, I almost whooped her ass or whatever, yeah. Now he didn't say he was gonna punch her in the face.
No, that's childish.
She just went there with it and made up a fake ass thing that he was gonna punch her in the face. Let's go. Oh, thank you. If somebody else is drinking something and open up, is that a beer? Have you been drinking, sir? Are you drinking?
No, that's a Pepsi.
Oh, okay. Well, I've been drinking beer, and so fucking what? God damn it!
I didn't know a drunk person could be that intelligent.
Just because I've been drinking beer does not mean that I can't logically deduce when some shit. If someone that shows my intelligence that I can like drink beer and still be able to make 1 + 1 = 2. You spit in my face, I'm gonna whip your little behind. Sorry.
I just love the fact.
If she's over here sober and don't even can't put 2 and 2 together. Come on now. The fuck.
She was talking like I wasn't even there. I mean, you can ask me directly.
Right. Genesis, tell me what you think. Like, I'm like, he's right here. Like, what? And then when I said one thing, no, Genesis. What the fuck is this?
I can understand in her perspective. She's very, very passionate. I don't know her like that, but a woman that talks of that magnitude is very, very passionate about children per se. I don't know, but you got to let somebody finish. That's what I'm saying. Just let somebody finish.
Bro. All I said was, I just made a noise. Remember? I was
No. What I'm saying is you were in the middle. You were in the middle of a sentence, and she was cutting you off.
Bro, that's because people just have a certain level of disrespect towards me, and the shit didn't happen. I just realized that I can't be on these people panel because they don't fucking respect my opinion. They think it's some kind of weird fucking affinity. I mean, you've seen how she was treating my audience. Don't nobody say nothing. I'm gonna block y'all, and if Genesis don't block y'all and make her in her stream.
Wait, she was saying that to your audience?
Yes, it started off like that. I don't have to make you in your stream because people are saying bad things in the chat. Like, I mean, it's called engagement, ma'am. Who gives
the chat's the chat?
Honey, she is watching everything in the chat. Every fucking single person. One person say something out of line, and she is going ape shit. You know, like sit in my chat room talking shit about me. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Thank you for the engagement. You know what I'm saying? That's YouTube don't care whether it's positive or negative. It's engagement. Anyways, let's hear how this whole thing went down. I couldn't believe it myself. Let's go.
Sometimes the men, you know, they want the woman, so they say, I really don't want these kids, but I want the woman. I'm not saying this man. So, you know, sometimes men come in and they really just want the woman and they don't want to sign up to be the father, to love the children. And it's tough.
If you're not saying this man, why the hell would you bring this scenario up after he tells his story? That's crazy. Why would you do that? I'm not saying this man. Well, what are you talking about? He told his story, and then you're gonna make up an imaginary scenario and say, I'm not saying him, but I'm drunk. No, honey, I'm not drunk. I'm not as drunk as you think I am, honey. You might check and see how many drinks you've had or something. If you're not drinking, then I don't know what something mentally, because to be able to make this whole story up, this imaginary thing that she's about to do right now, and she's not even been drinking. I have not been drinking nothing, and my mind is of sound mind enough to say that shit ain't right. Enough to say I'm leaving this and I'm gonna start my own panel. I will before I allow someone to sit there and disrespect me and disrespect the people that come from my audience over to your channel to engage in a conversation, I will rather leave. Hell no. Let's go.
Because a lot of times the children are rebellious. They haven't had a man over them. So it's a good conversation to start. But you know, there's always two sides. So I appreciate you sharing. Does someone want to address the gentleman's statements and his
I don't care. I'm discussing.
Yeah, go ahead. Anybody.
What's up, man? Man, it was a lot of things said since I last talked, right?
Sonetter, come on in. Wait, Sonetter, you can.
Hold on. Let me just see something real quick. Okay. All right. I got you. All right. She's going to flag my channel for talking about her. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll play it from my channel and not talking about her channel. On the mom point. Let me find my version of it and then try to flag that, because that's my
why can't y'all just have the conversation?
No, because listen, if I could have had the conversation, she wouldn't have been talking to me stupid as hell on the damn thing to begin with.
True, but since she's here, just have the conversation.
She just came here to say that little thing. I'm focusing on the part like where this whole thing went wrong, because that shit. Hold on. Okay, so I'm not playing her content no more. I'm playing where it went wrong with my audience on her panel. And
you're getting emotional because I'm jumping in. Yeah, I know you have the mic, but I'm running this panel. I'm giving you the mic back. What you're not going to do is bad enough that he came in and said basically that his stepchildren are all trash and his child is the best. He said, I told my son, don't be like those other children. He said that. Now, I wasn't going to.
Did he say that or didn't he? He did not say that. that all the other children were trash. He didn't say that. Let's go back to what he said. Okay, let's go.
She's
Yeah.
the one who. Okay, so what were the ages of the children when you came in, and what give us? Can you give us a little bit more background since you're sharing? First off, what were the ages of the children when you met her?
Oh, I think the youngest one was like about 5 or so. And I think the oldest one was probably, I'm thinking like 12 or something like 12, 13, somewhere. And that's kind of hard to say. If I have to look, I have a problem with memorizing ages, whatever. But I know I had the most problem with him, and he was the youngest. And the middle ones,
The 5-year-old.
Yeah, I had the most problem with him. And the other ones I was having, when you come in as a stepfather, you take on a role that doesn't get too much appreciation. So basically the older kids was trying to set situations up to whereas I'm the villain, because they were literally stealing from their mother. They were stealing money from their own mother and blaming it on me that I was stealing her money.
At 5?
No, the older kids.
So the 12-year-old was stealing and blaming you?
Yeah. They was stealing her money. They was trying to set up situations like I was abusing them, just to keep the hostility going and the anger in the home. In other words, they couldn't get away with things because I would see it and tell her. Normally, if I wasn't there, they would be getting away with it anyway. There's no one being held accountable.
So do you think that there's 5 children in that whole family, right?
Yeah.
So would you say that you love all those children like unconditionally?
Well,
And be honest.
Well, I'm looking at it like this. The stuff that I went through, I wouldn't wish it on anybody. I mean, you got a young girl that literally spit in your face, and it took all within me to not punch her out when she did that.
How old was she when she spit in your face?
Oh man, I think she was still in grade school when that happened.
Wow.
Grade school, and if you had to hold everything within yourself to stop from punching a grade school little girl out?
Well,
I mean,
no, Genesis, let him talk.
No, listen. Like I said at first, it's like they were so used to a man not being around, and it just upset them so that I'm coming in as a male figure, holding them accountable for little things that they're doing that they shouldn't be doing. It's like say you want to tell them to clean their room or something like that. Wow, you can't make me clean my room, and she not telling me to clean my room. So who are you to tell me to clean the room or whatever? They don't want to be told anything, but they know they're in the wrong.
Well, it sounds like you're still with her, right?
Oh yeah.
And all the children are out of the house now?
Yeah. I mean, it's sad that you have to call police and get what is that, protection order again.
So you've admitted that this woman, that these kids have spit in your face. You had to call the police on them. I mean, Jesus Christ, a lot of stuff. And there's no like empathy. Like, damn, that's fucked up. Like, man, so what'd you do to get over that? Like, how'd you overcome? These aren't your kids, but you still was able to push through with this family. You're still with your wife. Wow, shouts out to you. Let me just give you a hand clap that you made it. Let me just give you your flowers, bro. You have kids that have spit in your face. I mean, had to get like a restraining order again, all type of shit. And no one is just there. It's already like a defense. And what else happened? And so, and what else happened after that? And so what happened after that? And then you're like, hey, what happened when that happened? Like, bro, thank you. Thank you for like taking on someone else's kids and raising them and being a father.
Hey, it's a whole bunch of stories. That was just
was just one, right?
That was
you didn't even get, honey, I bet you if you told the whole thing, it would be mind blowing. But
yeah,
man, you weren't in a safe space to even tell the story because you automatically off that little bit, honey, he was being demonized.
Yep.
Let's go.
Kids, grown kids.
How many of them did you have to get protection orders against?
How many of
Just
them?
the youngest one.
The youngest one that is right before your son.
before.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah, yeah.
see, now
Mm.
she's trying to accuse you of having favoritism toward your son. How many of them? You see, all that whole posturing of, that's not that. Listen, that's not how you do an interview with someone is pouring their life out about their kids that they're raising. That's not even their kids. That's sharing their life with you and their story. You don't immediately go into a judgmental role like that. You have to have like some level of compassion to say, damn, these weren't your kids and you're raising them and you're sticking through this. They're spitting in your face. They're doing all this. You stuck through all that. You still raised them up. One kid made it to PhD level that wasn't your child, but you still stuck through that. Your child doing okay. The other two might be struggling. Hell, even in children's houses where the father is there, you might have a few duds. Okay, let's be real. You might have a few kids that just ain't gonna fucking make it. So you can't blame this person that came into this woman's life and helped her with her children that was unruly and this, that, the other. And come on. And I'm
Did
sure
she
your
bother
wife,
to ask? Did she bother to ask what happened to the first 2 or 3 baby daddies?
she didn't ask that. It was just, watch this. I'm just play. Watch this.
How old is he now?
I think he's like, what? He got to be in his 30s by now.
30s. And how long did he live at home before he, flew the nest?
I'm thinking that's been like, he been out for like 2, going on 3 years now.
3 years. So did you try to because you're saying your son is the only one that went to college out of the 5 children?
No, the oldest girl, she went in college. She got her PhD and all that. She's doing quite well.
PhD. Wow, that is.
That's fake. And you sound like you was actually mad. Yeah, she got a PhD and all. You don't sound like you just disdainful of this child that got her PhD. You sound like pretty proud that y'all made it through. Are you proud of your daughter that has a PhD?
Oh yeah, she
absolutely. I'm sure. Right.
I mean, I went through the problem. I drove her back and forth to college and all that. I mean, we did normal stuff.
Drove her to college and took her to the college to see the school, right?
Yeah.
And then you was at the graduation, the bachelor, master's, and then finally PhD. You've been there the whole time.
Yep.
No one said like, man, hats off, bro. Hey, good job. You have a PhD. You've been with your wife 30 years and you raised them children up to the point that one child has a PhD. I'm going to clap for you, sir. Like, why wasn't that something like a big deal? Like, how many PhDs do we have here in the world?
That's because she's including the other.
Do you know how it takes? Do you know you have to go through all type of shit to get a PhD? What it takes to get a PhD?
Takes a lot.
That is a big fucking deal.
It is. It is.
Let's hear how it got received though.
Awesome. That's the one who spit in your face?
No, that's the other one. The younger daughter. That's the one that did that. She's a problem. And she's still a problem. So.
Wow, that's unfortunate. Well, I'm gonna keep my, this is about your life, so I gotta be careful. I appreciate you sharing, but I guess we're looking. This is a great panel because there are situations, there's both two sides. There are situations when men come into families and they are already children there, and it's hard. It's hard to blend families. So for whatever reason, it's not just always the children. Sometimes the men. They want the woman, so they say, I really don't want these kids, but I want the woman. I'm not saying this man. So, sometimes men come in and they really just want the woman and they don't want to sign up to be the father to love the children. And it's tough because a lot of times the children are rebellious. They haven't had a man over them. So it's a good conversation to start. But, there's always two sides. So I appreciate you sharing. Does someone want to address the gentleman's statements and what he shared?
Trying to talk?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Anybody.
What's up, man? Man, it was a lot of things said since I last talked, right?
Sonetter, come on in. Wait, Sonetter, you can come on in. Come on in and hit the link, Sonetter.
Big fan
Let's
of
go,
you, man.
Sonetta.
Big fan of you, man.
D, you got my all right.
Children, and you know a woman has children. If they're not listening to you, leave. Don't marry her. Don't have babies with her.
Hold on,
Because he's absolutely.
hold on. I think that I begin to speak somewhere around here.
Mhm,
Especially when they get
yeah.
about 18, 17, 18, they're gonna try. Hold on.
Kids, but I want the woman. I'm not saying this man. So, sometimes men come in and they really just want the woman and they don't want to sign up to be the father to love the children. And it's tough because a lot of times the children are rebellious. They haven't had a man over them. So it's a good conversation to start. But there's always two sides. So I appreciate you sharing. Does someone want to address the gentleman's statements and what he shared?
Top been trying to talk.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Anybody.
What's up, man? Man, it was a lot of things said since I last talked, right?
Sonetter, come on in. Wait, Sonetter, you can come on in. Come on in
What's
and
up,
hit the link,
Sonetter?
Sonetter.
Big fan
Let's
of you,
go,
man.
Sonetta.
Big fan of you, man.
Let's go,
Yeah,
Sonetta.
he's gonna
Hey,
before
man.
he talks, I know what he's gonna do because we're gonna hear from a real man who comes in and I'm married to him. We have a blended family and he has stepchildren. So go ahead, Sonetter.
See that? So first of all, she said, "Well, he's a real man." That's a like. So you're not a real man. Let's just.
I guess I'm not. I got demoted.
That's crazy.
What do you think about what this man just shared with us?
Somebody in the back in the pod from me. Click on me and his name, Michael. Go ahead, Si. I'm sorry.
I don't see him.
Think
Up
he
there.
dropped-
Is Sonetta
think
up
he
there?
dropped-
I don't think he's.
He dropped off.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I want to hear Si before I go. I want to hear Si.
Okay, well, he's gonna come back.
Go, Sonetta. Go, Sonetta.
I want to
Well-
say this is that it takes a lot of patience to deal with a child that's not yours.
Thanks.
It takes a lot of
Especially-
patience to deal with children that are yours. Okay,
That's
so
what-
let's just do that first. Don't do that. It takes a lot of patience to deal with children that are yours. But go
All
ahead.
right, hold on. So we unlock. I want to go back a little bit to where I begin to talk about this. Let's go.
And he has stepchildren. So go ahead, Sonetter. What do you think about what this man
Right,
just
hold on.
shared with us?
Oh, hold on, let me go a little bit further. So what happens is that Sonetta, I guess he's coming to. She said, "Well, I want to put a real man up here." Well,
The gentleman's statements and what he shared.
Top.
But I guess we're looking. This is a great panel because there are situations. There's both two sides. There are situations when men come into families and they are already children there, and it's hard. It's hard to blend families. So for whatever reason, it's not just always the children. Sometimes the men, they want the woman, so they say, "I really don't want these kids, but I want the woman." I'm not saying this man. So, sometimes men come in and they really just want the woman and they don't want to sign up to be the father to love the children. And it's tough because a lot of times the children are
If
rebellious.
you're not saying this, man, why would you make that statement about this situation? Why would you use that as an example and say, "Well, I'm not talking about him"? That was not. Never mind.
Yes, they haven't had a man over them. So it's a good conversation to start. But there's always two sides. So I appreciate you sharing. Does someone want to address the gentleman's statements and what he shared?
Top been trying to talk.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Anybody.
What's up, man? Man, it was a lot of things said since I last talked, right?
Sonetter, come on in. Wait, Sonetter, you can come on in. Come on in
What's
and
up,
hit the link,
Sonetter?
Sonetter.
Big fan
Let's
of
go,
you, man.
Sonetta.
Big fan of you, man.
Let's go,
Yeah,
Sonetta.
he's gonna
Hey,
before he talks, I know what he's gonna do because we're gonna hear from a real man who comes in and I'm married to him. We have a blended family and he has stepchildren. So go ahead, Sonetter. What do you think about what this man?
Hear from a real man who has stepchildren. Didn't Scamchan? So he's not a real man. Scamchan's not a real man. Sonetter's going to come in as a real man and explain what's really going on. Well, this is crazy.
And just shared with us.
Somebody in the back in the pod from me. Click on me and his name, Michael. Go ahead, Si. I'm sorry.
I don't see
I
him
think
up
he
there.
dropped.
Is Sonetta
think
up
he
there?
dropped.
I don't think he's.
He dropped off.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I want to hear Si before I go. I want to hear Si.
Okay, well, he's gonna come back.
Go, Sonetta. Go, Sonetta.
I want to
Well-
say this is that it takes a lot of patience to deal with a child that's not yours.
Thanks.
It takes a lot of
especially
patience to deal with children that are yours. Okay,
That's
so
what-
let's just do that first. Don't do that. It takes a lot of patience to deal with children that are yours. But go ahead.
yes, it
Mhm.
does. And what happens is that they always gonna try you. My own children, especially when they
Mhm,
get about 18, 17, 18, they're gonna try you.
Thank
7
you.
years old trying to spit in your face. It's not your child, so you're probably like, I mean, if you're not used to something like that, you're like, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? You might be on something like, if however you were conditioned to be like, okay, you need an ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? So I get where he probably was like, hold up,
Right.
No, but if I have a child spit in my face,
Let's talk about that. You have a child, 6, 7 years old. Because this is not like a 3-year-old. At 6 and 7, they know they're spitting in your face. Like they know that they're doing that. Let's just talk about that real quick. Let's just talk about that one like little thing. Spit in a 7-year-old spit in your face. Wait, was she 6 or 7, Scam Jam?
As a matter of fact, I think she might have been a little older than that. It's been so long ago, I don't know the exact age, but I know she wasn't in high school at the time.
Like elementary school, spit in the face.
Yeah.
What was the reason as to why she spit in your face?
Well, from what I recall, I was at her aunt's house. She was telling me to look at a clothes washer to see why it wasn't running, and she happened to be there, and she was mad that I was even there at the house. And then as I was leaving, she came outside basically trying to push me out the house and then spat on me.
Wow.
So rather than me lash out like I wanted to, I said, you know what? I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to tell her mother and see what her mother does about this.
What did her mom do?
Nothing.
Mm.
But her mother's her sisters was there and saw this happen. So I'm thinking that they took her in the house and told her something. I didn't go back in there because I would have went in there, I would have done something. So I just walked away.
Right. And you wouldn't have punched her in the face. You probably would have gave her a whooping, right?
I think I would have done something. I wouldn't exactly punch her, but your gut reaction when something like that happens is you want to retaliate and do something.
Right. So you're saying that
'Cause
you wanted
wanted
like
to-
kind of like backhand her, like kind of like handle her a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. So
Put her on
I
the Scare
would say-
Straight program.
So what's okay? So Mighty Hebrew, what he's so he's telling the story about how his 6-year-old child that so imagine you go into a household, you become the stepfather, the 7, 8-year-old child, you're trying to do something, the child spits in your face. And so he said, I want hell, I had to hold myself back from whatever, you know what I'm saying? And so that becomes like a demonized situation. Like you had to hold yourself back. How dare you?
Where is everybody at this moment?
Where's everybody at?
Where let me rephrase. Where was everybody at this moment?
It was on Nepal and them channel, like HOK.
Okay.
So everything was happening on the HOK channel. That was their channel. But after when I tried to say, well, I kind of understand, like, bro, you spit in my face. I kind of understand, like, you might want to reel back and have to hold yourself. That's not an unnatural like response to someone spitting on you. A kid, whatever it is, like you might, okay, you're a kid. Let me just go and calm down somewhere. That's not unreasonable. But then this got turned into like something completely different, like that. Fathers don't be wanting to be around the kids and all that kind of crazy stuff.
But I want the woman. I'm not saying this man. So, sometimes men come in and they really just want the woman and they don't want to sign up to be the father, to love the children. And it's tough because a lot of times the children are rebellious. They haven't had a man over them. So So it's a good conversation to start. But you know, there's always two sides. So I appreciate you sharing. Does someone want to address the gentleman's statements and what he shared?
Top been trying to talk.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, anybody.
Seemed like Top
What's
been
up,
trying to
man?
talk for a minute.
Man, it was a lot of things said since I last talked, right?
Nepal,
Man.
Sonetter,
should be
come
in
on
the
in.
back
Wait,
called
Sonetter, you can
Michael.
come on in. Come on in
What's
and
up,
hit the link,
Sonetter?
Sonetter.
Big fan
Let's
of you,
go,
man.
Sonetta.
Hey,
Big fan of you,
son.
man.
Hey.
Let's go,
Yeah,
Sonetta.
he's gonna
Hey,
before
man.
he talks, I know what he's gonna do because we're gonna hear from a real man who comes in and I'm married to him. We have a blended family and he has stepchildren. So go ahead, Sonetter. What do you think about what this man just shared with us?
Somebody in the back, Nepal, from me. Click him in. His name, Michael. Go ahead, son. I'm sorry.
I don't see
I
him
think
up
he
here.
dropped,
Is Sonetter
think
up
he
there?
dropped-
I don't think
he dropped off.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
hear a side before I go. I want to hear a side.
Okay, well, he's gonna come
I'm
back.
excited to hear
Go,
from Sonetta.
Sonetta. Go, Sonetta.
I want to
Well-
say this is that it takes a lot of patience to deal with a child that's not yours.
Thanks.
It takes a lot of
especially-
patience to deal with children that are yours. Okay,
That's
so
what-
let's just do that first. Don't do that. It takes a lot of patience to deal with children that are yours. But go ahead.
Yes, it
Mm-hmm.
does. And what happens is that they always going to try you. My own children, especially when they get
Mhm,
about 18, 17, 18, they're going to try you. 7
Thank you.
years old trying to spit in your face. It's not your child. So you're probably like, I mean, if you're not used to something like that, you're like, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? You might be on some like, however you were conditioned to be like, okay, you need an ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? So I get where he probably was like, hold up,
Right.
No, but if I have a child spit in my face in grade school, this is the problem with all of us. Since I didn't really want to, but since you put it's on the table, this
Well,
is
I wasn't
me.
done. I wasn't done.
No, I know you're not. But if I have a child in grade school and I'm a man, I don't have to have everything in my being to hold back from punching the child in the face. That's what you should do if you're in a household with children and you know a woman has children. If they're not listening to you, leave. Don't marry her. Don't have.
Leave. Don't marry her. Go take this extreme thing. It's like, no, this was an isolated incident. The child was disrespectful. Now you have to end your whole marriage because the child was disrespectful. See, that's ridiculous. The woman need to teach the child how to be respectful. Maybe she never taught that child. You don't spit in an adult's face. Like, why would a child do? Maybe the child has special needs. I don't know. But before I say, well, no, you need that person need to leave. The woman continues to play black man versus the black woman. She had a very nasty attitude toward black men. Okay. Many of these children in 2026 are wicked and try to rule over adults. Exactly. I'm like, dude, like, and the mothers are not having their foot down all the way. Like, there's no way. If my child spit in any adult's face, man, whether I'm with this guy or not, she's getting a ass whooping because listen, you can't, that's assault. That will put you in jail. That child needs to know that there's repercussions. You spit on a person in real life, you get put in jail. Now you want to say that it's wrong to discipline a child if they do something that will put them in prison and jail? That's assault. When you spit on somebody.
Let's start with this. Touching me is a no-no. Do not put your hands on me. You're physically putting your hands on me and thinking you're kicking me out the house. It's like you don't run niche here. Let's start there.
Right.
Second of all, anything flies out your mouth. There better be an apology attached to that. Otherwise, the opportunity will become for me is to grab this child and force it to the mother and then explain, if you do not grab your child and do something with this child while I wash this spit out of my face, this is going to be a problem for her and you, because you are mainly responsible for this child, not me. You are mainly responsible for this child. I mean, there's going to be some problems in the house.
And he didn't even say that he even had to go that far. All he said was he thought about it. Like, man, he wanted to probably backhand swing her, you know? And she probably deserved it because what are we doing here? And spit belongs in the mouth and not outside the body. We got taught that at a very young age. Everybody, all kids get taught that. I don't know what they was taught. But the fact that this child just felt like that should happen. But he didn't do it. He just thought it. And he admitted how he felt. And he got demonized for it. It's like, listen to this. Watch this. And then I get demonized for taking up for him. Watch this.
Babies with her. Because he's absolutely right. He deserves respect.
I
So
agree.
don't come into a household and be over a household and only treat your child good and have 4 other ones. What do you think's going to happen to them? They're going to turn out just like they turned out because they didn't get any love and they saw that another child got more love than they did. That's my opinion. But go ahead, Genesis, finish.
I'm gonna say this is that okay. Sometimes you have some kids that are not going to be the best of the bunch. You know, you might have a few that's going to be PhD. You might have one that's going to be a nurse, and you might have one that's going to be an a-hole. So we can't be up there like acting like that. Some kids is like just ain't going to be the best of the best. So you know, in an early age, you could probably figure that out.
Yeah, but I did ask him a simple question. Genesis. No, don't know me. This is my channel, my show. Don't do that. I don't know you. Genesis, are you drunk? Are you drunk? Because I know this is your friend. Listen to me. Listen, I can do this. I know what to do. Genesis. No, you're disrespectful because I tried to come in and ask you a question.
Shalom, shalom.
Yep.
Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I just want to say one thing and I'm getting right off the show. Listen, if anybody read, and you know, I'm not making a biblical issue, but if anybody read a book known as Yeshayahu, in English known as Isaiah, chapter 3, it talk about in the end days, we're going to see children ruling over adults. The point that I'm saying is there's a stigma that's put out there throughout the social media world and just with Black American communities that, you know, if you say something ill against a child, that some way, somehow you evil, you wicked, or you perverse. A lot of these children, the old-fashioned Southern upbringing, the total disciplinarian within our communities is totally shattered, totally gone. The parents have no authority over the children. If anybody watch TikTok, they'll see videos where these children are disrespecting step-parents, mainly fathers, to the point that the stepfathers got to walk out the homes. It has become taboo in Black American communities to expose the fact that many children are evil and wicked to the point that they kill their own parents. They're doing very heinous things that people don't want to talk about. The reality is most of these children need their ass whooped. That's the truth. And until we come back into the realization of that and stop playing like we white folk, why you think a lot of them children be killing off they white parents? A lot of things we adopted is coming from them people. You know what I mean? From the other side. And I'm telling you, you're going to constantly get disrespect. If you know what kills me? It kills me how these sisters come on and talk about how a man ain't a man because he don't want to step up to the plate. My question is, well, where's the actual father at? Why didn't he step up to the plate? Why is it that I'm not a man? Because I don't want to stand up and be responsible for a disrespectful child. If a man is paying the bills, if he's maintaining the household, he has to create and keep order in his home. And if there's an unruly child in the home, that man has a right to discipline that child. From the minor discipline to the most extreme. These children today are out of control and the adults are afraid to say it. Because if they say something, it's as if you're a child hater. No, nobody isn't a child hater. The reality is these children need their ass whooped. They need old-fashioned discipline. And when you look at when we had discipline in our homes, the children wasn't disrespect. A child stayed in a child's place. You never seen when I was coming up. I could never be in the conversation with adults. Never. These children today are unruly. You got women on TikTok twerking with their daughters, twerking with their sons. There isn't a man in the house. And if there is a man in the house and they trying to discipline the children, oh man, it's going to be hell on earth with that woman. So we got to deal with reality for what it is. We not talking about a couple of incidents. We talking about this being the subculture within the Black American community that is okay for children to play the role of adults. That is what's going on.
curse.
Yeah. Say that one more time, my brother.
Generational curse. You gotta break it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. When I was coming up, I could never, you would never see, because I was born in the 70s, 1976. You could never see no child in adult business, in adult conversations, acting like adults. Y'all seen that TikTok clip where the woman took that child's cell phone and that child went while that woman is at work and destroyed the whole entire house.
Yes.
Her whole entire house. Listen, the behavior that is coming out, you would never see. Did you see that TikTok video where that girl jumped on her grandmother and beat her all up? I mean, the things that are going on in the Black American community amongst the youth not only need to be addressed verbally, but physically need to be dealt with. And anybody that come with that soft ass spirit talking about we don't need to discipline our children, they out of order. They don't see what's going on. We tried when we was in the home disciplining correctly. I'm not talking about child abuse now. So I want to make that clear. We talking about adult discipline and putting children in their place, whereas though they know when to speak. See, what's going on right now is this high, gross misconduct in the Black American community when it comes to pedophilia, child molestation, things of that nature. So what's happening is that you have certain cases in the Black American community where this is going on, but statistically, it's not high like you see in the European populations. And because of this, they took discipline and intertwined it. Example, you know, the old saying, a child should only be should only speak when spoken. A child stay in the child's place. So what they did was they took these cliches and made it seem as though they were used to be against children, to molest them or do something wicked to them. So when they intertwine, you understand what I'm saying, good brother?
Yeah.
You see what they did? They took certain things that we did to discipline our children and intertwined it with child molestation and rape and all that, as if these were tools to keep children silent of abuse. So now when a real man or a real woman rise up to want to discipline, they are predator. They are predator against children, or they hate children. So it's so bad that when we have discussions like this, we have to be careful in what we say, because we don't want things to be taken out of context to the point now you're being demonized as a predator because the only thing you trying to do is speak out against this evil in our community. And many of our children have become totally evil, not bad. I remember back then, oh, that child being bad. It went from bad to diabolical. And y'all know I'm telling the truth. So that's all
That
I wanted to say on the panel. That's all.
and that's what I wanted to like bring to the forefront. It's like when he's saying that a child is able at a 7-year-old, whatever, 8 years old, to spit in an adult's face. There's a certain level of disrespect that is so like that right there is crazy. When you do spit out your mouth to an adult, teacher, anybody, that is the utmost disrespect. And what parent don't teach their kids keep your spit inside your mouth?
That can get you killed on the street. Just imagine if you spit in somebody's face. Somebody gonna either knock you out. That's considered simple assault
Yeah.
in certain states in the United States. And the brother, he put up Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12, which reads, as for my people, it says, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which rule them cause them to err and destroy the way of thy path. And that's so true. That's true. Now, I'm not making this a biblical discussion, but there's truth within that verse. There's universal truth within our community within that verse. Isn't children ruling over adults today?
Absolutely.
Isn't the women being haughty and disrespectful and telling them, man, you ain't no man because I got these 10 badass children from 6 different baby fathers. And if you don't want to, you can't step up to the plate, then you ain't a man. You ain't this, you ain't that. And I'm not saying that men haven't done wrong, because they've done wrong too. But at the end of the day, we got to call out what we see. And these children today are running around in single homes when the black man was in the home before the Vietnam War. When the black man was in the home, you ain't never see nothing like this in our communities. Never. And y'all know y'all promote that movie, Color Purple, and any other movie to degrade black men, and y'all know most black families was not like that. They was not like that. And this demonization of black men to such a point that they can't even raise children, theirs or not theirs. Because at the end of the day, that woman is going to say, don't you put your hands on my baby. And what happens?
If my child spit in somebody's face, booty whooping is next. Okay, there's no way.
That's a fact.
There should be.
You got it.
You have to like correct that.
Because if not, that child is going to get killed. If not, that child is going to get killed out in them streets.
Do that shit to the wrong person.
Right. Imagine that child on the street. If a child, say if you got a man, DJ Genesis, and the man may not be the biological father of the child, but he's acting in the capacity of that, so to say. So if the child spits in the man's face and the mother isn't doing nothing about it, and even sometimes to the point semi-condoning it, it gives the child the mentality that it's okay to spit in anybody's face, because shit, I spit in my mama's man or husband face and nothing was done. And that child go on the street and get into a confrontation with somebody and spit in their face, and they pull a gun out and blow their goddamn brains out.
Man, I'm gonna show you an exact example of why you don't spit on somebody. Okay, in their face, anywhere. Okay. Watch this. Can you see my screen right here? Oh, let me see if I can show it. All right, you can see it, right?
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
So let's go.
Stay here. Yeah, you're my dog. This is my Romanian dog. Bugging out. I'll break your jaw. Yeah, I'm bugging. You tripping. You got me fucked up.
Oh, you wanna smack
me? I will. Yeah, I will. Yeah.
Do it.
Get out my face.
That's all you're gonna do.
Yeah, what you do?
Get the money off you.
Please, you broke. You're not getting no money. Go to the dentist. Your teeth look ugly. What you want to say?
You don't know how this fucking country works.
Yeah, I
bitch.
do know how this fucking back up. On my face, you bugging out. Back up. Back up. Ain't no motherfucking way, boy.
He spit on the guy, and guess what happened after that? Let's see what happened after he spit him.
Yeah, I remember you got. Yeah, Adonis knocked him out.
Boom. Look on the ground. Okay, so I'm trying to explain that, like you know, she's like, well, no, it's not the same thing. Listen, it might not be right now, but later on, you do that. What can I say is gonna happen? You can't, if she couldn't have spit in my face, because I probably would have turned her over and whipped her right there, gave her a whole little booty whooping, and would have had to deal with the mother afterwards. If it's a fight, let it be one. You know, your daughter spit in my face. Here's the spit. Woo woo. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that you do that. Even if it's spitting at me, spitting towards me, spitting and it hits my arm, whatever it does, spitting is assault. It's assault. It's assault. It's actually is it like a felony or a misdemeanor? Whatever it is. Can't do that, man. And instead of her like seeing that, okay, something's out of line with the mother teaching her child not to spit on people, she begins to blame him. Well, these men get together with these women. They don't love the children. He only loved his child, and he didn't love. You done made this whole thing because he said that he wanted to spank the little child for spitting on him. Listen to how it went so super left, and then it became about me. Are you drunk, Genesis? And there,
because he's absolutely right. He deserves respect. So don't come into a household and be over a household and only treat your child good and have 4 other ones. What do you think's going to happen to them? They're going to turn out just like they turned out because they didn't get any love, and they saw that another child got more love than they did. That's my opinion. But go ahead, Genesis, finish.
I'm gonna say this: is that okay? Sometimes you have some kids that are not going to be the best of the bunch. You know, you might have a few that's going to be PhD. You might have one that's going to be a nurse, and you might have one that's going to be an a-hole. So we can't be up here like acting like that. Some kids is like just ain't going to be the best of the best. So, you know, in an early age, you could probably figure that out. Spit in the face.
Yeah, but I did ask him a simple question. Genesis. No, don't know me. This is my channel, my show. Don't do that. I don't know you. Genesis, are you drunk? Are you drunk? Because I know this is your friend. Listen to me. Listen, I can do this. I know what to do. Genesis. No, you're disrespectful because I tried to come and ask you a question and you're saying no. So let me ask her a question so she could just take a minute. Let me ask you a question, Genesis. When I asked this gentleman, did you love them? That's a simple question. She's getting emotional because he's one of her regulars. He's still here. Genesis, I can just Genesis. You're drinking and you act like this when you're drinking. Can you hold on? I'll give you the mic back. When I asked him, do you love them? All you have to do is wait. I would have been finished. When I asked him, did you love them? That's a simple question.
So I wasn't even done talking. She interrupts me and then says, "Are you drinking, Genesis?" When she's been drinking, she does this. And then you have somebody, I don't know who the fuck that was. Genesis, be quiet. I want to hear from Napa. Okay, you're a fan. I get it. But Napa is not right in this situation. I'm sorry. I don't care what nobody says. I was talking. She interrupts me. She's been interrupting me the entire time. Every time I say 2 words, she cuts into me. Boom. Every time someone from my chat says anything, she's cutting into me. Well, if your chat says anything else, I'm gonna block them up, block you off. So I don't even know why the hell she had me up there. The whole time she's having a problem with my people that's from my chat. But then when they get up there, now she wants to demonize people from my chat room. Oh, well, she's just trying to take up from me because that's one of her regulars. What is going on here?
Simple question. He didn't say he loved them. You're getting emotional because I'm jumping in. Yeah, I know you have the mic, but I'm running this panel. I'm giving you the mic back. What you're not going to do is bad enough that he came in and said basically that his stepchildren are all trash and his child is the best. He said, I told my son, don't be like those other children. He said that. Now, I wasn't going to do this. Now, you want to come in and apologize for men coming in not loving children? We have enough broken-ass black men and black women that have men that want to lay up with women with kids, and they don't want to be the father to the other children. That's that manosphere rhetoric about you don't want to be a stepfather. Now, I don't like children being abused. I wasn't going to speak on his life, but we know what's going on here. Now, you can come in here and apologize for him if you want, but I asked him a simple question. Do you love those children? And he basically said no, because he didn't come out and say, of course I do. Come on in here and you start apologizing for a grown man coming in, a grown man coming in. I control I have the controls, y'all. A grown man coming into a family, a grown man coming into a family and then telling us, blaming children. We got 4 against 1. Everybody's wrong. He came into that family. Yeah, we know children don't want to listen. But when you tell me you're a grown man and you have to hold everything in your being, hold back from punching a little girl in the face because she spit in your face. Why did she spit in your face? Because you just told me you had to hold back your entire being from punching her. Now, stop playing in my face. I'm turning up because Genesis is I wanted to jump in. And yes, I interrupted because Genesis, don't tell me about how children are this and that's what's wrong with black people. Now we're blaming the kids because a man comes into a household of 4 children and he didn't like them in the first place. That's what I assessed. Okay. All right, now
Did you dislike those children, Scam Chan?
I didn't have any reason to dislike anybody. You know,
but she in her mind, you didn't like those children. You told your child to be better than them. You were against them, the children.
Well, see,
even though you helped the children grow. Just let me just allow you. I'm gonna give you the floor. Just break it down.
Well, it goes like this. I mean, long before my son was even born, I was witnessing them talking to their mother and acting out against their mother the whole time. And it's almost like I had a free hand and then again I didn't. And then at the same time, you don't want to step on anybody's toes, as far as like they said at the start of the conversation when I came in, I'm finna come in here and take over everything and I'm finna, stand on my 10 toes and rule the roost and it's my way or no way. No, that's not how I came in. I came in as a person that's trying to help her with the kids, and at the same time show them some leadership as stepping in and telling them what they should be doing the right thing and stop doing this stuff against their mother, because it was for them and one of her. So now when I come in, it's me and her against the 4 of them. And they didn't like the fact that they was used to running over her because, she worked all day and had to come home and deal with them. And at the time, right, like how she was saying in the chat, well, why wasn't she picking up the call and going to the school? I was working from home. I had my own business at home, so I didn't have to go out. So who was there to answer the phone? Me. And as far as the rest of it goes, when my son finally came along, it wasn't about who loved who more than the other. They had these issues before I even came. And as he was growing up, he could see for himself how they were talking to his mother and how they were acting and stealing and loud mouthing and out of order. And I pointed out to him, you see how they're acting. You don't want to do that. Just because, you know how a younger kid look up to their sisters and brothers and emulate their behavior. No, you don't want to do what they're doing.
Yeah, don't do that. Yes, exactly. Why would you say behave like that?
Yeah, that's what I was telling him.
Doesn't mean that you love him more than anybody else. You're just saying, hey, just don't emulate them. Don't follow after their footsteps.
Right. That's exactly what I was doing. No more, no less. And how would I be in a household with the 4 of them and hate or dismiss them and just focus on her? It wasn't about that. It never was about that. I mean, it wasn't all bad, but those bad moments was really bad moments. And it's like, I could see that over the years of her, because the father, you know, he had some mental issues, and all her kids was by this one man. And basically it came down, they put him on a pedestal compared to me. And I'm like, I said, well, where is this guy? And I finally met him, and the dude is like a little wimp, you know, and this is how bad it is. To this day, he still thinks he got a chance to get back with her, even though she's married to me.
Wow.
And I actually had he pulled a knife on me, you know, and I'm up here struggling in my own car. He pulled a knife on me in my own car, and I'm up here got the knife in my hand, the blade of the knife in my hand, and I'm literally bending the knife so he don't stab me. And she comes outside, what are y'all doing? I say, what you mean? What are we doing? He's fighting me with a knife. Oh, he don't have no knife. I say, I got the knife in my hand right now. And we both went to jail that day. Yeah, we both went to jail that day. He tried to say I tried to run him over in the car, in my own car, trying to leave because he was standing in the way of my car, so I couldn't leave. So it's a lot of issues going on, you know, I didn't have a chance to put a whole lifetime.
So break the whole thing down, right? It's a lot of shit going on. Let's go.
Hand the mic back to you, and I won't interrupt, but we've made it clear that you're apologizing for a man who didn't love the children, wanted to be with the mama, had a baby with the woman, and didn't love the other four. And luckily, the 12-year-old was already through puberty, so she was already settled in. So I can't blame the mom. She must have done a good job because one of them came out to be a PhD. Now you can have the mic back.
Is there a reason you're
No, go ahead. Speak up, sir.
Yeah.
Or Genesis, I actually interrupted your friend. I don't like child abusers.
I didn't abuse any child. It's like, as a matter of fact, I don't know. It's a short time that I had to spit out whatever I spit out, but it's a lot of details that I don't have a whole hour long to put a whole story together.
That was a lot of assumptions. That was a whole lot of assumptions. A crazy amount.
I don't remember saying I hated anybody. As a matter of fact,
I didn't say hate. I said, do you love them? And you didn't say yes. I said, did you love them? And you didn't say yes.
Why would I?
You didn't say yes.
Why would I marry somebody and hate their kids?
I didn't say hate. I said, do you love them? You never said yes.
You just said, I said they were trash. I didn't say
you said you told your son, don't turn out to be like them. You said it was a nightmare.
I told him, look at what they're doing. You don't want to be abusive to your mother and talk badly to your mother.
At 5 years old. You said when you got a call about the 5-year-old, you knew it was a problem. And that when they called about your son, and when they called about your son, you said, I knew it was their fault. You were biased. Okay. You failed those children. You failed them.
You're doing a lot of mind reading. And
a lot of mind reading.
You know that.
Can I interject?
It's ideals. It's not facts.
You're doing a lot of over talking and overthinking.
Go ahead. You have the mic. Go ahead. You have the mic. Go ahead. You have the mic. Try to clean it up because you came in talking about those children.
I have a question for the brother.
Can I interject?
He had issues the whole while before I even showed up on the scene. The only thing I was the person that was there going back and forth, taking him to school and picking him up from school. And when he got suspended, I was the one there. They were calling me to the school. I was aware of what the problems was. I was dealing with it. And then I take offense to you I'm thinking these kids are trash. Ain't nobody say no kids was trash, and I didn't say I hated the kids.
It reflects her bias.
Yeah, right. Whatever.
Can I interject? Nicole?
Yes, of course. And come on in.
Man, how y'all doing? Let me be the sponge to soak up the shit, right? So, man, a lot was said before. When I last talked, a lot has been said. I wanna if I could get just a minute and a half, that'll be great. Just a minute and a half, I promise, or less. But it was a brother who was talking to. See, all of this comes back to what Sister Don Quisha said. As a man, when you're coming into a household with a lady who's been leading and she has kids already, how are you going to step in all of a sudden and just take over? All of a sudden, you are the head. And she relinquish her power over to you when you're leading. after she raised these kids until they 4 or 5 years old, up to 14 years old. So shout out to Dawn Creature because she said that. And it's no way, think about it. Oh, man, and I'm probably I may be the youngest person on the panel. I just turned 30 years old this year.
I'm 26.
And so you're 26. So I've been a stepfather before myself at the age of 23 years old, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But it goes back to even when the power was mentioning just now, and I kind of agree with her. See, that goes back to what I said that, oh man, I don't want to speak on the brother, but a lot of dudes, I'm not going to speak on them. I'm going to just say in a broad sense, a lot of dudes, okay, this lady has 3, 4 kids by 2, 3 different guys.
Mhm.
So you're thinking like, okay, man, but I'm going to go in here, man. I'm going to just smash and get the hell out the door. See, I'm from a different generation. I was born in 1996. So I'm part of the YN generation. We going to come.
What? I'm gonna just come in here and smash this girl and get off the boat. You're married. You were married to her for like how many years have you guys been married?
Shoot, we gotta be getting. He's got to be close to 30 years.
30 years married. Been married to her for 30 years.
See, what
the fuck are you talking about, bro? I'm gonna smash this girl and get up off the boat and this, that, the no. He has been sticking around, been there with his wife. Saw kids grow up, get PhDs.
Yep.
Saw kids graduate college. Saw other kids fail. But I'm stupid.
Straight out say it. We ain't gonna sugarcoat this shit. We gonna come in, you want to go in there, you want to hit it. And the problem is, where I differ personally is that I'm not going to see if I go into a household, and I did this before, I'm speaking to experience. If that 4 or 5-year-old child is running over his mother, I'm not going to correct that. I have no space to correct that. That ain't my son. That ain't my daughter. So if he want to run over his mama, that's his problem and her problem. So who am I?
So you don't love the woman. You don't love it. You don't love the mama. If you'll sit up there and come into a situation and see that going on, and you're so focused on pussy and whatever the fuck it is, that you'll leave. Like, you know what? Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's too much to deal with. But you're saying that he think that what he's saying makes more sense than what you said. You saw all this going on. You helped her to get through it. You know what I'm saying? You had more intestinal fortitude to like say, you know what? These kids or whatever, you went through the stuff. You had police called on you, did all this stuff because you love that woman just enough to do all that. This guy would say, hey, I'm out.
He said he out of there. First sign
I'm out of here. I'm out of here. You don't love her. You don't even love her. The moment, the first sign of trouble, I'm out of here. Let's go.
I as a man, and I know I'm going to get some flack for this. I'm going to get some. I'm not going to be, I know, but I'm not going to be a man. These ain't my kids. And like the brother said, the minute I put my foot down and say, hey, don't talk to your mama like this. Oh, man, you ain't my daddy. God forbid if this kid is freaking 15 years old and he out in the hood. Him and his partner's finna jump me and switch my car up. Them niggas finna drill me. Niggas finna shoot my car up. Them niggas finna do damage to me. And ain't nothing she can do about it because the son done shot me in the head. You see what I'm saying? For trying to put my foot down and correct that ass. So what I do personally, I'm gonna let that little 5, 6-year-old, 10-year-old kid run over his mama. If you got a problem, go haul out your baby daddy. I don't got nothing to do with me. So I ain't gonna I'm gonna leave my hands off of that. But with my child, he ain't gonna run over his mama and disrespect his mama like that. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Let me get my stuff now.
Okay, Nepal, let me jump in. Can I jump in?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, for the first guy that had the woman with the 4 kids, I will say for you to embrace her and her 4 kids, I'm gonna give you some props for that. Because
amen. Thank you.
Thank you.
A lot of men wouldn't have
He
did
didn't
that.
embrace the kids. He said they were not good. He only focused on his one child. That
Okay,
caused
so
more
it could've
chaos.
been
No,
Wow,
he
look,
That
did,
shit might
he
have
did
been
not
set,
do that,
man.
Nepal.
That shit all
Wait,
set.
real quick.
Are you drinking, Nepal?
This is
Oh,
No, you
hold on,
told me
real
you
quick.
were drinking, and
Yeah,
I can't
so
kick you
why?
out
So why in the hell would you bring? Without drinking some beer or whatever? Why? the
because
hell
you
would that
wouldn't
thing?
stop when I said stop and
yeah,
I'm
you
running the
need to go
panel
with that
like you're
bucket.
doing.
That was disrespectful.
You're
bro.
being disrespectful.
No, you-
This is my show. Like
Yeah.
you coming
You
in
gotta
again,
respect
I can
the
kick you out forever. I'm not kicking you out forever. You're the one that said you're drinking earlier, and I can tell because you're unruly. And she left on her own because she knows she can't just come in here acting wild when she starts getting drunk. I like her being on the panel, but when you start drinking too much, I'm running this show. Okay, and if I jump in, just how my friend Junquisha said, can't you?
Was there anything I said that sounded like I was drunk?
No.
Do I sound like I'm drunk now?
No.
Do I sound like I've been drinking so much I can't reason with just anything?
I'm trying to figure out why does she like to interrupt so much?
Here's the thing. It's like that's all she could say. I told her off the show I was gonna have a few drinks while I'm doing the show. Why is she bringing it up during the show? At what point during the show did I say I'm gonna be drinking? I never said that at any point during the show, but she made it a point to talk about the conversation we had off the show. I said I'm gonna grab me a few beers and do the show with you. And then she decided that, oh, okay, if I ever get pissed off at Genesis, I'm gonna bring up the fact that she has been drinking and there must be something wrong with her or whatever. That shit, honey, you didn't whatever you tried to do with that didn't quite land the way you thought it would. I'm just gonna say it like that. If you listen, me in my drunkest of drunkenness would never try to demonize a father for being a father, especially to some kids that are not his. Period. You want to make it about me drinking, that, oh, I'm saying this because I've been drinking. Like, no, I would say this sober. I've only had a couple beers, you know what I'm saying? But to try to make it like I'm just like this drunkard, just making these crazy, saying this crazy stuff that makes no sense is ridiculous. Right. So right. So the whole thing is that in her mind, that was a point of contention. That's like, bro, if you think that what you're saying makes more sense than I'm making sense, then you must be drinking, man. Straight up, like I don't understand why anybody would like listen to this story of what this man is saying about his children, and then try to demonize him and try to make up additional narratives like you don't love the kids, and I mean, there's so many extra things that was thrown into this, like that you never even said. He said he didn't love the kids. He said he wanted his child to be better than the other ones. You never said that. But I'm drinking. Okay. That's why I had to get the hell up off there. I was like, she's like, oh, she just kicked herself up. Yeah, I kicked myself up and I ended my own life.
I'm running the show. I don't have to. When I jump in and stop you, you should stop. It's my show.
Right.
Okay, and I'm gonna hand it back to you. Now, like I said, I'm gonna let you have it back. I interrupted you, Dunquisha, when I said he wasn't embracing the children because I like to make shit clear. But I'm gonna hand it back because I've seen this before in many families where a man comes in and doesn't like the kids. He marries the wife and then he acts like he cares, and then he has his own child with her, and it's even more chaos. Because let me tell you why those kids are having problems. I'm gonna hand it back to Dunquisha because they are seeing that they're not loved as much as the other kid. I want to hear about 5-year-olds having. Come on, 5 years old. 5 years old, and I'm supposed to believe that this kid can't get any. He's just done. He's just damaged. Nobody can set him straight. Go ahead, Dunquisha.
Okay, so I just still want to say for the brother that took on the woman with the 4 kids already, that's sort of something that a lot of black men wouldn't have done. And for you to take her in with her babies and try and make a family out of that situation, I'm not going into like what happened later on. I'm saying the mindset for you to do that, to say I'm going to love her with her 4, I think that is a really, really, really good thing. Now, the man that said he was going to let the little 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old do what he want to do, and he wasn't going to say anything. That I don't know. I can't see that the channel is small, so I don't know who said
His
that.
name's Top Boy. Top Boy.
Top who?
Top Boy.
Top Boy. I want to say, to me, that is a cowardice mindset. A cowardice mindset. So
Thanks.
let me take you back to Africa. In Africa societies, a lot of the times, a village raised a child. And it doesn't matter if he had a father or not. You could still guide that child. You don't have to beat him. You don't have to do anything to her. But a stern, hey, little guy, I need you to sit down. We're going to do time out. You don't let a child just run amok and do whatever he wants to do. So I don't know, like, where you getting this from, where you would just let a child do what he want to do. It don't even have to be. You don't even have to be dating a person. When you see a child that's going astray, it is the village. It's
That's how I am.
us. It's us, the village.
The village, exactly. The village failed tonight because I don't really understand how that whole conversation turned into that, into such a negative. That should have been a very, like, I mean, just a straightforward, okay. I don't know what happened after that, because I like left. I was like, you know what, I couldn't deal with it no more. I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm gonna come over on my channel where no one could tell me that it's my channel and I'm doing my thing. And this shit sounds like a fucking kindergarten.
Didn't too much happen after that, other than me trying to put forth my side of the thing, and then she cut me off twice and then dropped me completely.
Is that what happened? Wow.
Because I didn't like how she was talking about me as though I wasn't there to even respond. You know, you speaking for me, about me, and for me, I can speak up and tell you directly what's going on, or why I said what I said.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. He didn't love the kids. He was doing this. He was doing that. That's crazy. Like, that's not. I'm sure that Sonetta probably had her take the video down, because that. I don't know. Maybe he let her keep it up, but that was crazy.
Well, you know, most of the times when I come up, I have something to say about the situation. So I figure if I won't come up if I don't have anything to contribute. And even though I came in late, I say, I think I can say something in this. And I did, and this is what happened.
Well, you know what? I what that taught me is that I needed to stay on my little channel and not be trying to venture off, especially bringing my audience, because people do not respect me or my audience. They become very, like, I don't even know what the word is. They want to attack my audience. When I have someone coming up from my audience, I mean, it's been full attack mode the entire show. You know, so you know what? I'm gonna say this. Thank you so much for your story. It was a very good story. You know, and maybe we could bring it back up again another time and give more clarity and try to figure out, like, you know, what could be. I don't know. But the way that went down was just not what I ever imagined that would happen.
I didn't think it was going to go like that. I thought it was the conversation was going to keep going into the direction it was going before I got there, and after I said what I said constructively, but it didn't go that way.
I don't understand why she needed to bring up. Are you drunk, Genesis?
Because I think she didn't. Because I don't. She was looking for a reason to get you out of there. You were supposed to.
The whole entire show. She has been trying to get me up out of there. She just wanted me like to attach my channel to it, and then allow her to funnel my people over to the channel. So there's no other reason that I would think that a person would be threatening me the entire fucking show. The whole show, it was like this person saying something. If you don't remove them, we're gonna like take down your show. That's happening. If we don't do it, it's gonna take down your show. He said this, and if you don't like it, I'm gonna take down your show. I'm like, you know what? Take down the fucking show, goddamn. I'm not. Listen, stop threatening me. Let me just go ahead and take it down. You're good. And then when I take it down, I begin to talk about, well, we can strike your channel for like talking about. Listen, no one said anything that didn't happen. Everything that we're talking about happened. It's my opinion about what happened tonight, and that was crazy. It was weird. So, anyways, listen, this was a crazy situation, and that I hope no one has to go through. But it's a learning lesson. It's a very big learning lesson because for the most part, Napai and I have been like going at it, and sometimes I forget when people are really like cool with me or they're just posturing to be cool. I don't understand how anybody could be cool with me or be my friend when the entire thing is based on a lie of just me being submissive to them and shutting up and telling me that I need to be quiet the whole time. You don't value my opinion. You think your opinion is the end all be all, and that's it. And so you go ahead and have your opinion, Papa. I will stay over here with my opinion, and we will never cross paths again.
So what would happen if she came to your thing the same way you came to her?
I would have never treated her like that at all. You already know that.
No, I know. That's the point I'm getting to. But what if you flipped it and did what she did? Would she be acting the same way?
Oh no, she would never come to my channel again. Sonetta would tell her that I'm not her friend, and I'm sure he's telling her that right now. She ain't cool with you. You need to like stop. Don't ever go over there again. And she would just not go over here again. But I have been giving benefit of the doubt after benefit of the doubt and benefit, just like trying to work it out. But I'm like, why am I doing that? This is why I'm looking at the shit like there is something. Everybody don't deserve a forgiveness every fucking time.
Yep.
So she can have it. You got it. Whatever it was that you think that you won, you won. I'm good.
Wow.
So let me just before we like end up ending the show, let me show you about the show that we're gonna have tomorrow, because I'm not fixing to let this shit bother me,
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow evening we are doing a show about love and marriage in the Ifa faith. With so 11 p.m. should be 11 a.m. My bad. I gotta fix that to 11 a.m. I have the wrong time. But tomorrow at 11 a.m. we're gonna have a show about marriage and relationships in Ifa with Oloye Ayele Kumari and Are Oba Ogboni Okikifa. We're going to be talking about love and relationships. So please support that show coming up tomorrow. Much love to the chat. Thank you, Celia, for being here this late. Yeah, this has. Yeah. She's still over there trying to create it. She's still over there talking. Please, Jesus. You know what? I don't care. I'm focusing on me and what I got to do. I don't even care. She's probably like gonna like create multiple lives about the situation, and I swear, like. Anyways, this is the show coming up tomorrow. Please support it. I'm gonna fix the time because the time is wrong. Much love and peace, guys. Thank you, Scam.
No problem. No problem.
All right, peace.
Just when I thought I couldn't find my way out, yeah, I searched the God in me to find my way out. I know it can seem way out, but the Creator flows to and through me from way out. I'm talking way out, yeah. See if you believe in the God in you, it's a better place.